All right. It is impromptu tag time. And I haven't done a tag in a long time. Not because I don't like them, but just because I hadn't. And I wasn't going to do this one because I hadn't seen a lot of people doing it. And I didn't know if I remembered doing it. And then I saw World Hoppers do it. And I was like, oh yeah, I like these questions. So I'm going to do something similar to what I think Elliot did on her channel and try to only pull from books that I've read this year, which means that for sure I can't repeat what I did last year. But that said, I think I already do have one answer on here that might be an overlap, but my channel, my rules, it's fine. It's fine. So let's start with the first question. In fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. All right. So this was like literally the first thing I thought of. I'm sure maybe I could find a more perfect answer if I looked through everything I read, but I'm going to say The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez, because my favorite thing about it right now is how when my brain's awake enough, I feel so immersed in the setting of this place, which is really interesting because the setting is the story being told, but it's being told on a stage and we are in the audience. And sometimes you're watching a play. Like the story will be like, hey, remember you're watching a play? And then other times it's like you're transported to this location and it's so vivid in its description. Normally I don't get taken away like that, but this book's been doing it, so it's what I had to mention. I'm hoping to finish it in the next couple days. So I haven't finished it, but I'm really liking it. And so also like no one's reading it. So probably just going to be pushing it for a while because Simon Jimenez is like an underrated gem in like SFF space, like truly underappreciated. 2, nature is beautiful, but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. I have 2. I have Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston because it was beautifully written and it's kind of like this person telling her story because she's still processing her grief. And there's definitely a lot of loss in it. And yeah, and that was the first thing that came to mind. And then the second thing as I was working on the list, and again, I'm just going to keep talking about him because he's a really underappreciated author. Simon Jimenez, The Vanished Birds. Oh my goodness, did my heart hurt. Did my heart hurt. And it's like right away too. Like it's a very human story, even though it's like a space opera kind of sci-fi that discusses a lot of normal sci-fi things, but it's gorgeous writing to me, to my tastes, and it definitely discusses loss and grief, and it's such a human story. I love it so much. So yeah, two mentions of Simon Jimenez because I want people to try out his stuff, because I understand it won't work for everyone, but for the people it'll work for, you're gonna be mad that the world has not pushed it in your face enough, I promise. Number 3, fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. Well, if you don't know, I do a nonfiction book club with Jess Owens, so I read a lot of nonfiction these days. So it was hard to pick, I guess. So, I don't know, recently we've read Ace, The Gates of Europe, Red Famine, and all of those were spectacular in teaching me new things. So for sure, I recommend all of those. There have been others that I've read recently, but I am blanking on them at the moment. But yeah, I'm sure I probably have read enough nonfiction this year that I should do an end of the year nonfiction wrap up. If you are interested in something like that, let me know, because otherwise I just won't do it. Like if no one cares. Or maybe I'll try and learn how to make shorts, which I feel too old to learn how to make shorts. And I know I say that as someone who's not that old, but like, woo boy, overwhelmed. Number 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be a part of. This is where I'll start with my cheat and then go into maybe actual books that I read this year. Answer, but Mask of Mirrors. Like, I want to be Tess's friend. I want to be with Ren and Tess and Sergio. Like, I love them. They're great. The selling point of Mask of Mirrors is the found family is top notch. I want to play cards with Vargo. Like, there are so many things I want to be with these people, okay? Like, I love them so much. Like, the 3rd book doesn't come out till next summer, and I still think, well, it's almost winter, though. You should just reread them again, even though it is way too early, because I miss them. I miss them a lot. But for things that I've read this year, I have to mention Chorus of Dragons, another group of characters that I love, that I would just love to be friends with and make fun of, because they are disasters. We would all be disasters together. Like, book 4, I want to be in that situation with them. If you've read it, you know. And if you haven't, you should. It's great. Nettle and Bone, that team of people, I talked about it recently. I love them. I love the animal companions. I love the people. I would travel anywhere with them, truly. And then I couldn't not mention The I couldn't not mention Middle Game, even though I don't think this would actually be fun, but when I was reading Seasonal Fears, there is kind of like a fan servicey moment with Roger and Dodger, and all I could think of was how happy I was to be with them. So obviously, I wish I could be part of the family unit that is Roger and Dodger, but I don't think that's actually possible based off the sci-fi-ness of it all. But I really love their family unit. Like, it brought me a lot of joy. So that was the like one part of Seasonal Fears that I like loved so much. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. Does anyone actually care about this? Here. This is it. This is the book. It's very fall. And look, leaves. Fall, leaves. Read this book. It's very good. I'm gonna put that back. Oh. Number 6. Fall's the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. This is one of my favorite tropes. And, I know I already mentioned this book, but I'm going to mention it again. Spear Cuts Through Water. Literally being told a story on a stage. It is so theatrical and cinematic. But if you're done hearing about that one, let me tell you another one that I talk about. Agnosium, Chorus of Dragons. Each book in this series is a book written about the events that happened. It's being chronicled. It's awesome. It has sassy footnotes. It's amazing. I love this trope. One day I will make a video of like all the stories that use this type of narrative device. Another one I'll push because I think I pushed it last year, but I just don't care because, again, people don't really read it. Redemption in Indigo by Karen Lord. It's lovely. I love the narrator voice of this because the way that it's told just feels like that snarky, sassy narrator who's just really setting the scene. Like, I love it. Number 7. The nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. Okay, in theory, I am posting this after I've already posted my Spooky Rex video. So I have a Spooky Rex video with a bunch of what I consider creepy reads. But if you just want one of my favorites off the top of my head, probably Saarland by Rivers Solomon. Definitely be careful if body horror's not like your thing, because that's part of the creep element. But yeah, I love this book. I feel like if you've been around, it's been on in a lot of videos lately. Saarland, Rivers Solomon. Check it out. It's really good. Read it. Trust me. It's great. And then number 8. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. And in trying to answer this question, I realized I do not read these. I was like, a short book? I went through all the novellas I've read this year because I've read quite a few, and I'm like, none of these are happy. Like, none of these. The closest, which is not even happy for most people, just happy for me, is The Past is Red. And so then I went with All the Horses of Iceland because it's not sad. But would I say it's warm? I don't feel warm reading that book. So I'm going to pivot to a cheat and just say, read the Memoirs of Lady Trent. Each book's pretty short. It brings me a lot of joy. The audio narration by Kate Redding is stellar. So do yourself a favor and check that out. I also have a series review for that, but it's literally what I consumed last fall to warm my heart when I was stressed out of my mind. So can confirm it works. Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. And this is easy because I've been doing a lot of rereading for series, but Bands of Mourning, I think after you're seeing this video, I'm going to get to start reading it if I haven't already on Friday for our reading sprints, because we'll be doing the live show for that soon in anticipation of The Lost Metal, and then The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin in anticipation of the finale of that duology. So yeah, those are what I have lined up for my rereads for the end of the year. Maybe if I am feeling it, something else will sneak on, but those are the main 2. And that's this video. Short, sweet, fall tag. For sure, like, I didn't go into as depth book stuff as I normally do because I feel like I talk about these books in particular on the channel a lot. But if you want to know more, ask me in the comments, find me in my Discord. I can either talk to you there or point you to a video where I talk about it a lot if I haven't already in the description down below. If you want to leave an emoji, leave a leaf because it's fall. And I love the changing of the colors of the leaves because I am basic. I truly am. I thrive on fall weather. All the bugs are dying. It brings me irrational joy. But like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.